think you know me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On your way to the ring, the WWE Champion from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, Edge. And the opponent, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, John Cena.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane is walking the earth.
I don't understand how these fans can boo Edge, JR. They got no respect for everything he's done for them.
Oh, you're full of it, King. These fans don't give a damn about Edge because they know that Edge doesn't give a damn about them either.
He countered that one perfectly.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? He's not going to get caught with that one.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to...
Oh, man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here. And here's the pin! Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him. He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. What a counter! You say that like it's a bad thing, JR. I think it's great. No one forces a superstar to get into the ring against Kane. If they aren't up to the challenge, they're probably not cut out for the WWE.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
What a a submission hold. Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King? How about being a 4-time WWE champion? Does that impress you?
Well, come on, JR. I'm not saying that the dead man doesn't have one or two impressive achievements to his name. I just think he's taken too seriously for a grown man who dresses like it's Halloween every day.
One or two? There's a reason they call him the Phenom King. He's been one of the most dominant WWE superstars for his entire career. He came in at the top, and he stayed there ever since.
Well, The Undertaker might have had a pretty good ride, but I think 13 years is his unlucky number. I think it's only a matter of time before someone buries the dead man.
Boy, this John Cena sure is one of the most exciting young prospects in all of WWE.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand, not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man, and I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the company.
His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in.
Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This'll rearrange your anatomy.
Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR. But I think that's exactly what makes him such a great superstar. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants, and that makes for some great competition.
That might be true, King, but Kane also takes a perverse pleasure in inflicting as much pain as possible on anyone who steps in the ring with him. How can having a superstar who tries to end the careers of his opponents be anything but bad for the business?
Simple, JR. Kane is natural selection in action. He weeds out the weaklings on the roster so that only the strongest superstars remain on Raw.
Boy, you'll go to any lengths to defend your position, no matter how wrong you are. I think anyone who took a look at Kane would realize he's a menace who shouldn't be. It seems that the ring wasn't big enough to hold these superstars.
I'm not sure this arena's big enough to hold these superstars, JR. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that's shot, JR, but that's ridiculous. The Undertaker should quit now, while he can still retire with some dignity.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got...
He's feeding his opponent a meal of knuckle sandwiches without the JR's barbecue.
And that's something you lose your appetite for pretty quickly.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their mind.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. It's all the same to you, King. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do.
He sure is. Sweet King music right in the kitchen. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going.
Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Ref. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
It looks like these guys are taking it into the crowd.
And if these fans know what's good for them, they'll stay the hell out of their way.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle. Oh, no.
What's he gonna do here?
Oh, my gosh! What a spear! I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR. Here's the pin. Could this be it? Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? See, JR, This is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best band,
and the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I was sit here and listen to you drool over the beat.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to... That submission is locked in, JR. And this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on it.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later. And I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the liver tape.
All right, enough! I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again. Here's the cover, JR! That was like 2 7/8, JR. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
He might be thinking of one of his favorite things.
No! Sweet chin music! I don't believe it! Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do, and there it is. The FU! What an impact! I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the first.
He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. Speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, I'd say.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes from the price of admission. So, King, any predictions about...
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting. You think this is going to be a back-and-forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR. He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Oh my gosh! Look at all that blood! That's gonna leave a mark.
What a brutal match! The referee should step in there and stop this thing.
What? Are you crazy? It's just getting good, JR. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans are pretty cool, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Well, really, JR. Guys, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be. Not the FU. I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR. His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in. The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh, my gosh, JR. You can't go long without tapping.
Here's your winner and the new WWE Champion, John